Hey people. So firstly, again, I want to thank everybody for their overwhelming support, the messages of encouragement, the private ones and the ones on comments on my posts, for the likes, the shares, reposts. I really appreciate it. It's really, really encouraging. So today's Tuesday, day 3 of my posting, and the subject today, every Tuesday we will talk about parenting and youth. Now, um, today's subject I'm going to start with for the first session is, do you lot remember when we was young and they had a tune? Don't know if it was a nursery rhyme or a hymn or something that used to say, be careful little eyes what you see, be careful little ears what you hear. Yeah, that's the message today. And it's not just for parents, it's for adults too. Because guess what? Depending on what culture you come from, well, I know Jamaican culture because that's where all my grandparents come from. When we was young and you go to your grandparents' house, yeah, I know that you people from who's got Jamaican grandparents will relate. Um, and more time your grandma's got a front room, beer things, ornaments, this, that, the glass fish stripes on it. Most people's grandparents had that. Certain things that they've got. Front room don't get touched. No one can't go in the front room. You can't breathe. If you go in the front room, thump in your back, you're due to get thumped in your back. Yeah. And then they have the normal room where the family are and stuff. Yeah. When we was growing up, when adults are talking, even if, okay, so if people come to the house, friends or family or whatever, or visitors, just say visitors, because friending wasn't really, my grandma wasn't on all that. Visitors or family from afar come to the house, number one, they're in the front room, no children allowed. So the children's ears are protected from adult conversation. And even if like it was my aunties and uncles chatting, we have to go upstairs. Go upstairs. There's no sitting down. What I've realised that we've lost them. We've lost these things in our culture, and we can see the results in the kids. It's like adults will just sit down and be talking about all sorts of things with brethrens or all kind of manner of conversations that are not appropriate for children that are present. And what people don't realise is the mind is a hard drive. And when you're a child, the hard drive's really empty. So it's storing things it should store, shouldn't store, everything's stored. And kids store a lot of memories that parents don't remember and don't store, because remember, you're adult, you're older, so your brain's full up, so you can't afford to store everything. So some things it has to just slide. But the kids, they're storing everything because they're young. And we need to be more mindful as parents and even adults, because if I go and visit my brethren, see their kids are there, you mind the conversations you're having. We need to reset. People having some big people conversations and that, and then now when the kids are repeating things or whatever, now the kids getting punished when really it's the adults because they wasn't born doing that. You need to be more mindful as big people and as parents, because it's very, very dangerous territory. And remember, you, like I said earlier, the kids might remember an experience or a memory that you don't, and then when they get big now and telling you about things, a lot of parents, because they don't want to have to address, their faults and their behaviors, they get very defensive and they'll tell the kid, no, that didn't happen, or they don't remember or whatever, and that gets you mad as a kid, especially with certain experiences that really touched you or hurt you or had an effect on you. And when you're telling someone, especially when you're older, and they're going to be telling you that didn't happen or they don't remember. No. My grandma had a saying, and I said it to someone yesterday. It's not the man who shits at the roadside who remembers, it's the one who cleans it up. Be mindful. That's where we need to be getting at. Um, Let me think if there's anything else on that subject I want to say. Yeah, that's it. Excuse me for the gap. Because when we was kids, me and my big brother, and our dad died, I remember it like yesterday, 4.5, 4 not. When I was 4.5 and my dad died, we've been brought to my grandma's house, my dad's mum's house. We're upstairs in my grandparents' bedroom. I remember it like yesterday, sitting on the edge on the bed, come in the door, behind there, that's where the bed was. Anyone in my family will know. And we were sitting on the bed. Me and my big brother, remember, I'm 4.5, he's 5.5. We're a year and a day apart. Holding hands, scared, house is full of people bawling. Can hear my grandma screaming, weeping, wailing, screaming. We're sitting behind the door. My grandma's over there by the window, slide up window, screaming out the window. All sorts of going on. And then there's beer people there, Rasta man. These people, I remember when you're young, we're looking at Rasta man because when our dad died, that was when I was 4. When we got to 7, we got moved to a predominantly white area. We grew up with bare white people on the street and a Chinese family, and we also went to school where in Bloxwich, where we was one of 5 black kids in the whole school, and we was there till I was 12, from 7 till 12. So I've lost my train of thought. Let me get it back. Yeah, so we oh shit, I forgot that bit. Anyway, let's move on. So anyway, back to the point. Sorry about that strain and stuff. We'll get there one of the days. It's only day 3. Give it a chance. Anyway, so we're sitting there and we can hear people. Yeah, man, you get shot. Yeah, man, the pellets, the son of shotgun shot. The man shot him. Man, blood. Then put him in the car and the blood and him dead. And me and my brother's there. No one's paying attention to us, you know. No one. When they come in, oh, you right, kids? Oh, yes, I you know. And me and my brother's looking at each other. Gunshot. Guns shot. We only see that on the Western movies that grandpas and grandma play. What is going on here? Shook, holding each other's hand, afraid. And I'm telling you now, that left a scar on my mind, a mental scar. Me and my brother went through a lot growing up, like from that point. Even when we got moved to Willenhall, like I said, where we got moved, mental scars that we had to battle every day to stop the images of the things people was describing, just because adults couldn't sit and say, boy, this is the man's 2 picnic that are kids. Let me send them out the room and go and put them with some adults, or, you know, take them and let's have these conversations. Yeah, so we have to be more mindful, because you know what, I'm not being funny. Once you've done the damage, you can't take it. Remember, this hard drive is not one that you can just go and trade in at the shop or take out and get a new one. They can't forget, and it can affect the whole of their future destiny, like the way their mental health for the rest of their life. So please, for the sake of the youths, because the children are the future, let's change that, man, and be more mindful. Get me? Reset and rise. Yeah, tune in again. Thank you for your time, for listening. Like, share, repost, comment, and thanks for the support again. Have a good night, people. Bye. Bye. Peace.